Hello one and all, welcome back to yet another movie review and Halloween special if you've been keeping track with it. This time I shall be reviewing Army of Darkness, which came out in 1992, directed by Sam Raimi, as well as the first two Evil Dead movies, and of course starring Bruce Campbell as Ash. And just to say guys, there will be some spoilers in this review, so in case if you've not seen Army of Darkness, I highly suggest you guys check it out. It's so much fun. Then come back anyway, but if you don't care, welcome either way. So, zombie battling hero Ash takes on an army of skeletons after being sent back in time. That's pretty much Army of Darkness, honestly. And this is, I think Evil Dead is probably I don't think there's many other horror trilogies out there. I think Evil Dead's probably the best horror trilogy we'll probably get, I think anyway. I mean, yes, I can argue with some people that the first two are better. I mean, for me they are. But honestly, I kind of find each film equally as good as each other. Evil Dead 2, for me, is my favourite. Then the first. Then the third one. I mean, yes, it is another sort of second's the best, third's the worst in the trilogy. But I love Army of Darkness. It's so much fun. I love all three of the Evil Dead movies. Sam Raimi knows what he's doing with these movies, honestly. Like, he knew whenever he made them anyway. Like, they just feel very unfinished, but are made for fun anyway. Because The Evil Dead, I mean, I reviewed that a few years ago. That was a great horror movie set near a cabin. Then a year after that, I reviewed Evil Dead 2, which was a great horror, somewhat slightly getting into comedy. And now you have Army of Darkness, which has been delayed for review for some time, but here we are. I'm reviewing it right now to wrap up the Sam Raimi Evil Dead trilogy. And I don't care what you guys think. This is so much fun. Honestly, this is definitely one of Sam Raimi's best. I honestly, I don't think I see a movie that's bad from him, honestly. Even Spider-Man 3, which I've come to appreciate a little bit, even though it's not great. But it is what it is. Bruce Campbell, you can really tell that he's having fun in this role. I mean, he's just great. Playing Ash, as he is in the first two movies, like, you can really tell he's so much fun. All these one-liners, particularly tally-ho, and then, of course, swinging, which a decade later, Spider-Man would capture that like that. It's pretty nuts, the more I think about it, honestly. And the movie it really just seems very absurd. This is probably the most absurd of the trilogy, and possibly most absurd Sam Raimi movie that he's made. I mean, as you're watching this, there's just a lot of silly moments which are fun and entertaining to watch, particularly whenever you see these mini Ashes coming after the real Ash. It's hilarious. Like, they're poking him, they're coming up right after him. Like, it is pure joy as far as I'm concerned anyway. And what I will say about Army of Darkness is that some people may think this isn't as good as the first two, is that it isn't as gory as the first two movies are. Because the first two movies were pretty gory, I thought anyway. This is the least goriest of the trilogy, I think anyway. But I kind of don't really care at this point. I mean, this is a straight up horror comedy anyway. And Evil Dead 2 was technically a horror comedy, The Evil Dead is more of a horror movie than Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. But heyo, Sam Raimi is one of those directors where before he made Spider-Man, Like, simply put, it just seemed like he was trying to set up Evil Dead, which felt like a low budget horror movie. Then you made Evil Dead 2, which it was still kind of low budget, but it feels low budget, but it looked like it made more. Army of Darkness, however, this budget was 11 million, which is quite insane. The more you think about it, honestly. I mean, I've only watched this twice anyway. I've watched the first two more times, I think. But honestly, I kind of want to watch this one more if I think about it, honestly. Because Army of Darkness, I kind of use the black sheep turn a lot with certain franchises. This is kind of the black sheep of the trilogy. You know, how I kind of look at the Star Wars original trilogy, where Return of the Jedi is the black sheep of the original trilogy. Because it's more family friendly, where the first two were pretty much just really good movies, you know. And yes, Return of the Jedi is a really good movie as well. But not every trilogy is like that, but you know, when it is, and it's played in a good way, for sure, I think anyway. But overall, guys, Army of Darkness, simply put, it's so much fun. I mean, I can't really think of many problems. I mean, I wouldn't consider it a perfect movie anyway. I'd probably say The Evil Dead's above it. Then Evil Dead 2 for me is my favourite. But simply put, you know, Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi, you know, they just wanted to have fun with this movie, you know, and this is certainly a fun movie anyway, and I'm going to give Army of Darkness an A. There you go, guys. That is my review on Army of Darkness. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of Army of Darkness amongst the Evil Dead movies in your opinion. Let me know below in the comments. Now that's the Evil Dead trilogy done.
It's over!
So maybe some time in my next Halloween specials in the future, I could talk about the newer ones. Evil Dead 2013. Haven't seen Evil Dead Rise, but I will at some point, guys. But if you're new to my channel, I'm from the UK. I review movies, particularly classics, because they're my favourite types to do. But of course I would do new releases as well. And as always as well, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, notify that bell before you leave. All my social media links are in the description below. But if you're a returner, welcome back and hope you enjoyed my content so far. And my Halloween special if you enjoy that kind of stuff. As always, until my next video, I shall see you then. And peace. Groovy.